Hello friends and welcome back to Mastering YouTube. So, do you want to start a YouTube channel but all you have is this? Well, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. All I have is this. And I grew my channel from 0 to almost 130,000 subscribers with just my phone. And I'm still just using my phone. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it as well. Alright, so we are going to start with the basics first. Now, if you do not already have a Gmail, you're going to have to set up a Gmail because that's actually how you log into YouTube and you can actually start creating your channel. That is fairly simple. Like I said, most of you probably already have a Gmail and you're watching me on your YouTube account already. You can use your existing account to create a channel or even create one off of the existing account. So that is super, super simple. But number one thing is going to be picking your niche. And I know I say this all the time, but that is so important. You can get ideas from anywhere, and normally I recommend starting with what you enjoy watching. That's how I picked my niche. It was based off of what I enjoyed. And then you can niche down from there. I am going to be doing a future video on how to pick your niche, different niches, and how to niche those down. That way you can have a successful YouTube channel as well. Alright, and then step 2 is going to be brainstorming and setting a schedule. Before you even start filming, I highly recommend brainstorming ideas. That way you don't run out of ideas. Before starting this channel, I had a list of 20 different video ideas, as well as in my first video, I told you guys to leave comments below to give me more ideas. That way I wouldn't film 3 videos and then be stuck and not know what to film about anymore. So brainstorm ideas and then set your schedule. Most new YouTubers fail because they didn't set a schedule, so they'll post once or twice and then life gets a little crazy, and because they didn't give themselves that commitment of I post twice a week, these are the days, these are the times, these are the days I film, these are the days I edit, that's normally when they fail. You really don't want to fly by the seat of your pants in YouTube. You want to have a schedule. It will definitely make it where you will grow and be way more successful on YouTube. Next, we're going to go over apps to use for YouTube. First 2 apps I recommend. You're going to want YouTube and YouTube Studios. Those are the obvious basics. YouTube, just so that you can upload and everything. And YouTube Studios actually allows you to look at your analytics as well as edit your videos, add titles and thumbnails and everything like that. So that's kind of like your back end if you have ever seen it on the computer. Now when it comes to editing, sorry, I keep touching the screen so it doesn't go blank on me. When it comes to editing, I use KineMaster. I'm a Samsung girl, so if you have an iPhone, you should have iMovie, which is perfectly good as well. I've just always used KineMaster. And then when it comes to thumbnails, I highly recommend Canva. If you have already been using PicMonkey, I've heard it's just as good. I just don't know PicMonkey, so I use Canva. Lightroom Mobile is what I use to edit my photos. That way they have just a little bit more color and contrast and pop to the eye. And then Text on Photo I use as well for my thumbnails. So those are going to be the apps I recommend. So YouTube Studios, YouTube, Canva, KineMaster, Lightroom, and Text on Photo. Alright, so now that you have the basics set up, you're going to get into the heart of filming, which is going to be film. Don't wait for that perfect opportunity because it'll never come. It's kind of like having children. Oh, when I'm more financially stable. Oh, when I have the perfect house. Oh, there's never a right time. So just do it. Film a video. Even if you hate it and you never post it, film it. because it's a learning opportunity and it's going to be worth at least picking it up and filming it. Everyone I talk to is always afraid of the initial film. So get that fear out of the way. Film a video. If you use it, awesome. If you don't, it's a learning experience. Next thing we're going to get into is editing. This will be for anyone that does not have iMovie or can't figure out iMovie. So we are going to tap on KineMaster and pull that up. Ooh, a little blurry here. There we go. This might actually be easier if I screen record this, so let's do that. Most phones have screen record, and I'll show you where that is right away. On mine, so you go here, I just swipe over, and I have screen record, and I'm going to do no sound and start recording for you guys. Now, to start a new project, we're going to hit this button right here, and then select the YouTube size, and then grab some footage, and let's see, actually, let's go back and go. You can see I have multiple different files that I use. We're going to grab this one and mark that. All right, so now that we are in the editing setup, things you want to know in here. So if you select the video, you'll see it highlights in yellow. You can then hit the scissors. So if you're going through and you need to make cuts, you just select the scissors, hit split playhead, and that right there splits it up, and then you can adjust this and cut out whatever you don't want. So if you just want that beginning section and then you want to cut it so it goes to your next scene, it's that easy. The other thing you want to know about is going to be how to control your volume. For me, when I am filming my cleaning videos, I mute mine. But like these videos, I like to add the auto volume. That way it automatically fixes pitch, volume, everything like that. Another thing you're going to want to know, because everyone, this is probably the biggest thing I get asked, is how do I do my voiceovers? KineMaster makes that super easy. That little microphone over there at the bottom, you just click that and you'll have the voiceover section pop up, and all you have to do is press start, and it starts recording everything you're saying for your voiceover. And with your voiceovers as well, once you're done, you just press stop. It comes up in purple. You can scroll down on the voiceover and trim. So if you say or so too much, like I do, you can cut that out and play with that, or completely delete part of your voiceover. And then you can also control the volume as well. So you can hit auto volume. If it's too quiet, you can make it louder. If it's too loud, you can make it softer. I highly recommend when it comes to volume that you set your volume on your phone to the middle section and make sure your voiceovers and any music you're using is at the same volume. Now sometimes that means, let's just add a thing of music. Sometimes that means you have to go into your music and put it down to 50%. That's normally what I have to do. Normally my volume on my voiceovers is at 100 with the pitch fixed, sorry, my screen recording stopped. And then my music is down to 50 to make sure it matches up. And then when it comes to messing with the music, because you obviously don't want the music loud when you're talking, you hit the little zigzaggy thing. I don't know what that's called. You can pull the volume down where your voiceover is and then pull it back up so it gradually goes up after you're done talking and smoothly back into your music. Some of you may not need music, but this really does come in handy if you're doing a lot of musics and voiceovers in your videos. When it comes to music, I recommend Epidemic Sound. However, you can get great music right in the KindMaster app. KindMaster is free. However, this is the only app I recommend paying the yearly subscription for, because when you go into the store, you have all sorts of options. And these really do come in nice transitions. You've got music. You literally have so many different options when it comes to their store, and it will definitely one-up your game. All right, last thing we're going to go over is adding layering. Layering is nice when you have B-roll or anything like that. So if you hit layer, you can see you can do handwriting, you can do text, stickers, effects. This is great if you're trying to blur something out, but you can also get more effects in the store, like I said. But the one I usually use is media, because then I can add whatever I want over my shot. So let's just grab this randomly, pull this up. You can fade it in, fade it out. Obviously, you see there's a bunch of other options. I'm going to mute it so it's not loud for y'all. But then when you hit play, it will go into a B-roll for you of whatever you need. And then once your project is complete, all you do is hit this top button in the right-hand corner. And I let KindMaster decide what will be best for my videos. So I just press export, and it starts to export the video. All right, so step number 6, we are going to go over thumbnails and exactly how I go about this. So I always start by going into Lightroom. In Lightroom, I can select what photo I want. Put this down. Come on. There it goes. I can select what photo I want for my thumbnail. Just add it, go into my photos, and this is where I can edit and do whatever I need. Now, I recommend either buying or making your own presets. That way you can have it all look consistent when it comes to your page and all your thumbnails looking the same. So I recommend getting a preset that will just enhance your photos and make it look like all the rest. But once I have that enhanced, I will go into Canva. And Canva is awesome because it has a lot of preset ones. So if you've already made some, you can go into your designs and they'll be there. But I just want to show you where you can get YouTube thumbnails. So see all. You can pick from these and just kind of edit it to your liking, or you can go more custom. So here I'm just going to grab the blank, and then I'm going to grab the photo right there. And then once I have the photo, I like to also add illustrations. Go in, illustrations. Let's just type in YouTube, and you can grab any of these you want. The ones with the little crowns on them, those you actually have to pay for, but anything without the crowns are free. So you can just grab what you want. You can size it and move it around however you'd like. So if I want to take this and put it over here, turn it slightly, and then I have that right on there. Now, normally that's where I stop. I just like getting my layout, and I like getting any illustrations that I may like to add, and then I will export that. And once it's exported, I take it into text on photo. I just like the options that text on photo has, and then I can grab it. This is automatically the right size because I started it in Canva, so that makes it super easy. I don't need to touch this. I just press OK, and then I can add text to it. So double click the texting. Let's do just your phone. And then I can resize it. I like the width to be similar, but I'm going to need the text size slightly bigger. I think the line space is too much, so let's change that. And then let's also change the text. I use the same text on all my thumbnails. Once again, it just makes it look cohesive. So I have that then right there. And here I can change the color of the text. I can add a border, and then I can also add a shadow to make the text pop. And that is the simple how I make my thumbnails. Oh, and then once it's done, you just press the check mark, save it, and it'll save. There it is. So now you have your video filmed, you have it edited, and you have your thumbnail. So we are going to upload it to YouTube. So you go onto your phone with all those apps I told you, and you're going to go into the YouTube app. And when you are in this app, down here on the bottom, you have the little plus sign. You just click that plus sign, and you can do upload a video, and you can pick the video you want to upload. Let's just grab one randomly. Here you can see you can create the title, you can add the description. I always upload mine to private. You want to have more control over it going live. That goes back to having your schedule. So I always do mine to private because I also always want to watch my video before it goes live. That way, if I made any mistakes, I have time to fix it. So we're just gonna put put test, because you have to put some sort of title in there. And then we'll go to next. Here you're going to see that it asks if it's meant for kids or not. Click that. None of my videos are meant for kids. And then you can just hit upload, and it's going to upload. If this is your first time uploading and you haven't created a channel name, it'll ask you to do that. And then to do custom thumbnails, it will ask you to verify your account. That is super easy. Literally, they just want to send you a text message to your phone, and you type in that to verify your account. Definitely verify your account. YouTube doesn't do bad picking your thumbnails, but it definitely does not look as professional as doing it yourself. All right, so if you have made it this far, thank you, and I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already. But I'm going to share some production tips that I'm left for the end for all of you guys that stuck this far. Big thing with your phone is going to be lighting. So making sure you're filming during daylight is the best. But you can also get a light box. Those are fairly inexpensive on Amazon, and that's going to make a really big difference when it comes to clarity. The next big mistake I see people making is dirty lenses. Always make sure you have a cloth to clean your lens before you hit play. The last thing you want is a fingerprint on your camera, and then the whole thing is blurry and smudgy and just not good at all. Couple other things that you could invest in that will make a huge difference. One, you definitely want a tripod. I actually have a couple tripods now, but I started with just a basic tripod and have added as I've been doing this. But when you get started, pretty much all you need is those apps I told you, a tripod, and your phone. You don't need anything else. You can add as you want. But if you have a nice bright window and some good natural light and a clean camera lens, you're going to be able to do just fine with just using your phone. If you guys like today's video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also subscribe if you are new, and let me know in the comments below what you want to see on my channel. This video came because of everyone out there that wanted to know what equipment I use. They wanted to know if they could start a YouTube channel with just their phone. You guys decided this video in my last video, So once again, let me know in the comments below if there's anything you want a video on, and I will make sure to film that for you. But until next time, bye.